up, everybody? Welcome back. It's me, Vanglorious. I am back with another video. I know it's been a few weeks. I've been a little tied up with some things and I wanted some items to get here, and some of my stuff hasn't gotten here yet, but rest assured I do have a good video for you. I actually have a lot of catch-up to do with you today. So hopefully everyone's doing well. I'm glad to see you here with me as usual. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get to it. So I want to talk about these. So what these are paddle shifters. Now they're already installed in the video, so you'll be able to see them during the install. So it's by GoldenWrench Supply. I've gotten my push to start button through them as well. It's their black line performance line that they have, and they are black paddle shifters. Now they're made out of metal instead of the plastic. So as you can see, these are, you know, just kind of your regular plastic, and there's really nothing wrong with them. I stress this later on in the video. There's nothing wrong with these. You don't need to change them out. If you don't want to, or if you're still kind of not too comfortable with working on your own car, or you don't know anybody to do this, by all means, just keep these in here. They're fine. They still feel pretty good. For plastic, these feel good, but I'll tell you what, the metal on these paddle shifters feels amazing. It just feels like quality finish. I knew from jump that when I got this button from them and then I put it in, I was like, damn, this is a really nice looking button. So when I saw that, you know, these paddle shifters were in production, I was super excited for them because I knew it was going to be such a hit item. So look forward to that in a couple of minutes. You'll be able to see that. So I did recently put in the MSD Intake into the Supra, and I have to say, I know the video was not here because I had some video issues between it raining a little bit and then the footage that I had got corrupted because the battery ran out. So unfortunately I was not about to redo that whole process, so you'll get to see a short clip of me talking about my impression post install a few weeks afterwards. And yeah, like, it delivers. All the spoolie noises, turbo noises, everything that you want a turbo car to sound like, it sounds like. It's literally the best. You know, you can feel a little bit of power as well. The butt dyno will tell you that it did, you know, peak in some power, but yeah, besides the power, it's definitely the noises. That's mainly what swayed me to do this compared to the engine, or the inventory one is really nice. It's just, I'm not about to drop $1,000 on an intake. That's just, it's just not something that I would want to do. But yeah, for the price, about $405 before shipping, I say it's great. Like, I would encourage anybody to get that intake. It sounds amazing. Maybe I'll have some sound clips when I can get some inboard video stuff for the car, because right now I really only have the dash cams, and as it stands right now, I don't think the dash cam sound is going to come in as clear as, say, maybe like a dedicated mic, or maybe even if I have somebody to shoot video with me, then this way you could get an outside kind of oral experience, or maybe on the inside you can hear it from the cabin, because you can definitely hear it on the inside, but on the outside it sounds crazy. It's really awesome. So that's the good thing about the MSD Intake. So like I said, get one if you are in the market for one. I would 100%, you should definitely do that. In other news as well, so recently I've gotten accepted into the Elite Tuner Show that will be on the 20th of this month at Atco Speedway. So I'm super excited to be in my first show with the Supra. It's gonna be great. I feel like I'm gonna meet a lot of cool enthusiasts and maybe potentially other Mark V owners. I'm really stoked for that. I would have entered the 86, but let's be realistic. I think the Supra would stand a better chance between hundreds of other 86s that are heavily modified, whereas mine is mildly modified and not boosted, and it's not on bags either. So, you know, my 86, it's special to me, but I know, you know, the populace isn't gonna think so. And it is nowhere near show car material right now, mainly because I need to get some body work done. Nothing new happened with the vehicle. The same stuff has been on the body during my ownership, you know, it was my daily, so it has knickknacks. The front's not that great in terms of paintwork because rock chips and whatnot. I still have to put a lip on, so I'm waiting for my body shop to finish up with the front lip. And I also got an Artisan Spirits spoiler for the Supra, so I'm like really anxious to put that on, because as far as I know, I haven't seen anybody with one yet except for the kit car. So I may be one of the few that actually has one on their Supra, you know, that I know of in New Jersey. So I can't wait to show you guys that. Once all that is laid out, I'll have that in a separate video where you can see both of my additions to these two vehicles, because I feel like the 86 needs a little bit more shine. I mean, I drive it every other day or so, maybe every couple of days, and it's good because I kind of miss, you know, driving stick, and the transmission in the Supra is amazing. I mean, I never thought I would love a ZF Trans in a car like this until really I stepped in it and I was able to just roll gears with those paddles. I mean, it's a lot of fun and it handles the power extremely well. So I cannot wait to see what comes next in terms of power, because it's also another thing I'm going to talk to you about. So, we're talking power. I'm realistically leaning towards one option or another. So there's EcuTech, which practically everybody tunes on. I mean, I would be silly not to get EcuTech, but there's only one reason why I'm considering not using EcuTech. And that's because Shiv from OFT, Open Flash Tablet, I use his tuning software and hardware on my 8.6, and it's been pretty good. I can't complain. I didn't need any crazy custom tune. I just wanted an off-the-shelf map, because when I was looking at Boot Mod 3 or MHD, I just wanted something off the shelf. To be honest, I'm more leaning towards the stage 1 rather than stage 2. Now, you may think I'm crazy because it's only a $500-600 difference aside from installing, but just a $500 to $600 difference to just get a downpipe and then go stage 2, which is cool, but I kind of wanted to keep the Supra not so racy. But I won't lie, being on the road, and it's been nothing but madness these past 2 months. Literally going out every day seems like there's always somebody trying to act crazy. There's always somebody that's trying to bait me into seeing what, you know, the Supra's got. And the good thing is I'm 30, so I'm mature enough to know, okay, this person wants to have fun, or nah, this person's wild, like I need to get out of the way. Because there's been a ton of that. There's been a ton of baiting and just people acting nuts on the road trying to get a picture or something. You know, I'm not trying to sound full of myself, because I mean, I'm still not used to it. It happens where somebody wants to take a picture, or there's people who purposely are in your way when you're just trying to go from point A to point B. And it's getting kind of nuts. And I know maybe incorporating more power doesn't sound like a conducive idea, but I think for the sheer amount of bang for your buck, it's kind of tempting. Like, let's say you spend $1,000 on the stage 1 tune and you get, what, 70 more horsepower? That's amazing. The car already makes like 385 horsepower because it's a 21, so that's really good. I mean, that's a lot of bang for your buck. If you go stage 2, then you're looking at 100 extra horsepower. So now you're chilling in the 500s. You know, it's awesome. And the torque is going to be crazy because these cars are torque monsters. So it all has me thinking. I mean, like, I don't know if I want to just, you know, bite the bullet and just do EcuTech, or should I wait for Shiv to finish his testing and finish his stuff and possibly save money and still get the same result with a stage 1. That's if I go stage 1. I'm 80% sure I'm on stage 1, but I think maybe if I had more conversations with people who owned stage 2 cars, I probably would feel a little bit different, and I would probably be swaying more towards that way. But I think for now, I like the power of the vehicle, and I think stage 1 would be a comfortable place to be, to get used to it as well. And if I want to graduate to stage 2, all it is a downpipe, and then I just get the map, and then we're all good to go. So before I get to the install, I just want to let you guys know that yes, there's probably going to be a little bit less uploads, but I'm trying to take my time and curate good content. but I still will be here. Like, I'll be doing my sneaker stuff still, but probably for the car, being that I'm kind of taking my time and enjoying it, is not going to be this crazy build where like everything gets done in 3 months. Like, this is going to be a time-consuming build. So if you're here wondering that, okay, like, where's the content been? Maybe he's doing this whole makeover where he's just gonna wide body the car and just, no, it's not gonna be like that. I'm enjoying the car for what it is and adding little modifications here or there, hence the interior modifications and like the intake. But I'll be doing small stuff. I won't be doing anything crazy. I may drop the car on H&R springs or the ABOC Pro kits, maybe spacers. It'll all be things that are in good taste of what the vehicle has to offer without trying to break my back to get some world-class show car. It's basically became my daily, but I know at some point when the weather gets inclement, it won't be. So just a little foreshadowing. It's not going to be this crazy SEMA build. It's it's not going to be like that. And as far as the A6 goes, I still want to keep the A6 fresh. I don't plan on getting rid of it. I really just want to keep that car in good shape, but I know it is mod friendly, so it does have over 100,000 miles on it. It's like 106 right now, and I really want to take care of it so it is a reliable daily. But I will not stop modifying because there's always something to do, and sometimes you change your mind on what looks you want or what performance mods you want. For all I know, the A6 could become a stance car because it's not meant for speed. Or who knows, maybe it could get turboed by next season or the season after that, or maybe next year. I don't know where I'm going with the 8.6 that much anymore outside of what it is now, but just know that I'm always gonna have a plan for that car year by year at this point. With the Supra, I think it's gonna be more about consistently keeping it like a fast, like GT car, because that's basically what it is. I mean, it's a Grand Tour at this point. It's not really a track monster. It's not anything crazy, so just letting you guys know. So without further ado, let's get to the install. Again, it's going to be the GoldenWrench Supply Blackline Performance product. I will link the product down below in the description. I highly recommend, if you have even a BMW, if you have like a F80, a E92, or whichever, if you have a Beamer and you have paddle shifters or you have any interior stuff, hell, they even do like oil caps and like reservoir caps. They do a bunch of cool things, and the products are just knockout. The quality on them is really good. I rarely step out and say things like this about a company without having sheer results, and I have to say this is one of the things where I ordered one thing and I knew the next thing was going to be fire. So GoldenWrench Supply, look them up. They're going to be down below in the description. Check them out. Now to the install. So first you want to start by disconnecting the battery, but basically what you want to do is there's going to be a cover on here. You're going to take this off or just slide it to the side. So we'll take it off, and then there's the cap underneath. So you want to slide that to the side. Make sure you put some rubber off it, like off the side of it. This way the terminal isn't sitting by on the post, because then it'll ground again. Alright, so now we're in the car. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna locate two holes. Now there are holes right here between, basically, so your 1, 2, 3, your 3 o'clock, and about your 9 o'clock. There's little dips here on both sides. What we want to do is we want to take a flathead, put that in there, and then push. Now you're gonna see what I'm doing once I have it out, but there are basically two springs that depress, that you can get the actual airbag out so you can get to where you need to be. Alright, so once you get it off, it should look like so. It's gonna hang a bit, so when you're pulling it out, do not yank this, because there's obviously wire harnesses attached to it. So what you want to do is you're gonna be taking a few things off. So you want to start with this one right here, and then this connector right at the top here. Those will come off, and then the airbag will be able to come out as such. And it's out. So I decided that you really don't need to take the steering wheel off to do this switch. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your Torx T20. I don't know if you can see it in there, but where every paddle shifter is at, there's a Torx T20 right there and right there. You're going to be taking those out, and as well you want to disconnect the connectors that go to it. This way you can get the back of the assembly out and successfully take them apart. Because after this, we're just going to go upstairs. I'll give you a more in-depth look at the paddle shifters and which replacements they will be, and you'll be able to see how exactly it mates together. Then we'll come back out here, put it in, and reverse everything. So just stay tuned. Hey, alright, so now we're back inside. So I want to show you the product that I'm actually going to be exchanging those paddle shifters with. So they're by GoldenWrench Supply. It's their black line performance line, and these are black paddle shifters. So these look very, very nice. I don't know if you can see the detail completely, but these are solid. Like, these feel like such an amazing replacement. There's nothing wrong with the paddle shifters on the car now. It's just my preference that I wanted something that was black and, you know, to feel like a more crisp shift. I mean, it feels great already, but I mean, these are gonna be excellent. They're longer than the existing ones. Really the only thing I could say probably is that, I mean, you can probably shift with any finger. I mean, compared to these are visually smaller, which you would expect. There's nothing wrong with them, like I said. It's just, I mean, when you look at them and you compare them, night and day difference. This is plastic, which you can totally hear, and this is definitely metal. Kind of a good thing that summer is coming to a close, because these will not scorch my hands, so I guess I have that to be thankful for at this timing. So we're gonna get some up close action. Stay tuned. So now that we have our paddle shifters out, basically there's gonna be a dowel on the inside that keeps this whole assembly how it should be, you know, paddly. So what you want to do is take a T8 Torx and then push this through, and you'll see you'll be able to push it through the other side. Now make sure you hold this, because the spring is on this side. What you don't want is to just let this fly all out. Spring load it. So carefully take this out, and voila. So I've actually watched a couple other videos, and it seems like the spring and both this bar here, that is what helps it pivot to have its paddle, you know, shifting, you know, function. A lot of people seem to be dropping these two components. So what it is this is a spring, and then this is the little bar. So make sure that is all together with that. So now I'm going to take my other paddle shifter here, so you'll see where it lines up. Take these and put them together, so you kind of see where the holes go, and you can join them, and you can even hear that getting a nice good click. So once you have them in place, line up the holes together. So they may not be flush at first, but you can just scooch this over to the side, and then you'll be able to do that. Take your dowel, put it back in, and just make sure it sits like flush. So you don't want it protruding out too much, but you also don't want, you know, it being too sunken in. And there you go. So this is the downshift side. That's all done. Looks good. Now let's do the other one. Perfect. So we are all set. That is it. So now we need to go back to the car and get these installed. So as you can hear, they click real nice. Got some good weight to them. I'm ready to get these in. All right, let's flip to the car. I'll see you there. All right, now we're back in the car, so let's get them put back in and let's look forward to this install because it's gonna look great. All right, so they are plugged in. So notice how I have the harnesses hooked back in, and then we have our T20 Torx screws back in. So now we can get everything else buttoned back up. So I'll also talk to you about this intake that I got, the MSD Performance Intake. This thing is amazing. Like the turbo noises that were gone, well not gone, but the turbo noises coming from the vehicle, you couldn't really hear them with the stock setup, but this is like, you could hear spool up, you could hear the flutter once you're off throttle, like it's really cool. And the cool thing is that it's still low profile, so you can still fit it underneath the stock strut bar that's right here. Well, the brace, not the strut brace, but you get what I mean. So it clears the brace even still. It comes with the intake piping itself. You just have to switch over the sensor to the new piping with the box that they give you, and everything else is basically plug and play. Also, you can actually see the turbo down here. So now you can actually see that. So down the line I might get Vanglorious turbo shield just to keep the heat down, but I mean, I've been loving it. It's been maybe 2 or 3 weeks since I put it on. Super amazing. So that is it for the video. I hope you liked it. I hope you're well informed. Maybe you missed me, maybe you didn't, but I am back and I am super happy to have something to let you guys know and to show you and finally be back in front of the camera. So thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you the next time. Hopefully not 3 weeks to a month later, but I will catch you the next time. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna be switching up some things with my intros and outros. Hopefully I can get a cool one. This way you can see my social media at the end, and maybe we'll have some cool effects in the beginning for the intro. So I'll be working on that. I still want to pioneer a lot of different techniques for videos, and I want to get better at my craft. I want to get better at everything that I touch. So definitely look for improvements, look for revisions. Feedback is obviously lovely, so I would love it if you gave me some feedback. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. That's all I want. I just want to hear you guys. I want to see the views. I want to hear you guys. I want more of you guys to be here. Guys, girls, whatever, dogs, cats, I don't care. So I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.